I'll be replacing this old 16-year-old smoke detectors that we have. These are wired in, and I'll be replacing them with the same brand and model, but I'll make it a little bit smarter. And no need for alarm subscriptions or fancy smart equipment.
Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Yep, my wired smoke alarms in the house are 16 years old. PSA, public service announcement. They need to be changed every 10 years. So don't be like me. I do have a couple of first alert Z-Wave smoke and carbon monoxide detectors which I hooked up with my ring alarm, and together with my wired smoke alarms, they have been working good. Yes. Hello? Yes, sir. It's a smoke alarm. And yes, they work when we practice our steak cooking skills in the kitchen. I will link that fire alarm video that I made a while back in the description down below if you haven't seen it yet. Also, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. I appreciate it and thank you. I was replacing the backup battery on one of my smoke detectors when I realized that I really need to replace them. Just look at the color. And we have 6 of them around the house, and they are wired and interconnected. Which, by the way, when wired in, when one detector goes off, all of them will go off, which is good. At first, because I haven't also been using the First Alert brand, I look at their wired version that also has the carbon monoxide detection. And in the main page, the review ratings looks pretty good. Luckily though, I tried to check it out and read the reviews and realized there were a lot of complaints about false alarms. And there were tons of them, that I don't think I will take that risk. Anyways, I decided, and also the cheaper route would be finding the brand and model that I already have, so that I don't need to rewire. And also I already know how they work, and I never had false alarms with this 16-year-old Kita or Firex brand that I have. So these are just smoke detectors, but I highly suggest if you don't have any at your house, is also to add a carbon monoxide detector. And all of these brands also sell a combo smoke and CO detector in one unit. I already have my first alerts for this purpose, so this is why I just got the regular smoke detectors. Before replacing them, I want to test if these old smoke detectors still work, and I just don't want to push the test button. So I got this smoke detector spray tester, which from 2 to 4 feet away, just spray it towards the detector for 2 to 3 seconds.
1002, 1003. Yep. One good thing about the wired smoke detectors is that when one goes off, all of them will go off. Oh, they're loud.
As you can see and hear, they still work, but they really passed their service life, so time to replace them. Before replacing any wired electrical device at your house, turn off power to that device. In my breaker box, they are labeled. And replacing them is easy because I don't need to change the wire connectors. These wired smoke detectors will have 3 wires. You have the black wire, which is the live wire, white is the neutral, and red is the interconnect wire connecting all your other wired smoke detectors. The most you will do anyways if you're changing to another brand will be to wire it with its own wire harness to these 3 wires in the junction box. I don't need to replace the mount, but just see the difference in color. So for aesthetics, I'll be replacing them, which I need to unscrew the 2 screws, put the new mount in, and screw them in place. Push the wire connector to the back of the smoke detector and put it in the mount and twist it to lock it in place. Now I have to do 5 more. Turn on power from your breaker box and pull out the battery plastic tabs. And we are done. Now before I do the testing, I'll show you some tips to make these regular smoke detectors a bit smarter. Not by themselves, but having another device that will listen to the alarm and send you a notification. If you have a home alarm system, depending on the brand, they usually have their own smoke detectors or an alarm listener sensor that you can add, so that you will get notified when the smoke or CO detectors goes off. And if you're paying a monthly alarm monitoring, then these companies will verify the alarm and send the fire department to your house, which happened in my case. And the alarm doesn't need to be armed or even in home mode. Both times that our smoke detector went off, my Ring alarm was disarmed, and it still notified the monitoring station. Also, for Ring alarm users, Ring will contact you first, and if you don't answer or verify the alarm, then they will send out the fire department. Those times that our fire alarm went off, I wasn't able to cancel the alarm through the app or through the keypad. But they recently changed this and you can now cancel using the keypad. Please note though that if it is a carbon monoxide alarm, Ring will dispatch the fire department and you cannot cancel it. If you don't have an alarm system or you self-monitor, then there are ways for you to get notified when your smoke or CO detectors go off. Some of your existing Wi-Fi cameras have this feature, like the Nest cameras or your Arlos, but you do need to be subscribed to their monthly plans to have this feature. Your Google Home devices can also listen and notify you, but you also need to have the Nest Aware subscription. Then there is Alexa Guard, which your Amazon Echo devices can listen for smoke and CO alarms, and also listen for glass breakage. But it only works when it is in away mode. In my setup, which my Ring alarm is integrated with Alexa, when the alarm is disarmed, Alexa Guard is also off. But as you can see in the history, yesterday when I was doing some testing, it said that it detected the smoke alarm. Now, I didn't get any notification on this, and I'm pretty sure the alarm was disarmed at the time of my testing. So anyways, you can view the alert from here, and it will play the audio. Just saying, Alexa is still listening even if it's set not to supposedly listen. But I think the most simple, cheap, and just set it up one time and not worry about home, away, or disarm modes or any subscription would be a Wyze cam. What I like about it though is that the smoke and carbon monoxide alarm feature is independent of their camera motion or sound detection. So you don't have to have motion notification or sound notification turned on. Also, you don't need to be subscribed to their Cam Plus subscription to have this feature. And even their older model Wyze cams have this alarm setting. Alright, so all of my smoke detectors have been replaced, and we will test this again and see with my smoke detector test and see if they work. There you go. And if you get a notification and open it, it will go to live view, which you will be able to listen if your detectors are still going off. And if not, you can wait for a bit and just play the 12-second clip and you will know exactly if they did go off. Check out my other videos including the fire alarm video and my Wyze Cam Pan V2 review. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.